Ariel came home and told me to clean my stuff. So I started cleaning and doing a bit of snake stuff. And I figured I'd check out the African house snake eggs since they're due tomorrow. And it just so happens that they're due today. They're not due today, they hatched today, so I get to show you how wonderful and exciting. Okay, so come with me. Let's take a look. This is going to be my first hands-on experience with African house babies. African house snakes. Let's see what we got. Oh, it looks like we need to get closer. Still haven't really cleaned the dinner table, sorry. This was Ariel's side, she makes a mess. My side's pretty clean. Here we go, here comes the ISO. Is that too much ISO? Let's go back. Okay, so here we are. Oh, first hands-on experience. Let's see if we got all of them out. I think I might cut a few, so let's just see if they all came out. Here we go. Let's see if they run away from me. Oh, so cute. That is exciting. That is so exciting.
That is exciting. That is so exciting.
Look at these snakes. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're so little. Do you understand how small this snake is? Look at that. That's my hand. That's how small that snake is. Isn't that awesome? Yes. Like the video. Subscribe to the YouTube. Just do it.
What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
Let's do first contact. We're going to do first contact. Are they going to be scared? Oh, it's the first time I touched it. That's so cool. Don't get scared. Oh, it's amazing. It's the first time I'm touching these fresh babies. That is so special. This is so special. It's, you know, when babies come out of their eggs, I don't really get that excited anymore because it's happened so many times, but like this is very exciting. It's exciting to it's the first time having these. It's exciting to have these captive bred because they aren't common, even though I think they should be a lot more popular, and it's just amazing. So these are now beautiful little captive bred black African house snakes. Feels very cool. They seem pretty docile. Definitely a lot more docile than Mom and Dad were when I first got them. So I'll be doing some handling with them. Now it's going to be fun to see if I can get these guys to eat. But that is awesome. They're beautiful. Beautiful, cute, tiny little things. Oh, isn't she lovely, this beautiful snake? I'll probably be keeping a pair for myself, and the rest of them will be up for sale. So if you want them, let me know. There's only 7, and they won't be available until I make sure they're eating properly. Okay, so we got our nice, healthy 4 snakes that came out of the eggs totally. Then we have these 2 eggs that are kind of slit, so the snakes have kind of opened them, and then we have a 3rd one that hasn't slit at all. Sometimes, or you know, people will make a fuss, you know, just let them be, let them do it on their own and whatever. And for me, once the clutch has had a couple come out, I'm gonna check on the other ones. I'm gonna open them up if they haven't been opened. What I'm doing is I'm just checking to see like where the head is, if the head's stuck somewhere, if it's what's going on. And you can also see in the egg if they've fully absorbed their yolk, and sometimes there's a little bit of yolk. So I could see that there was a little bit of yolk in the two of them. So I didn't take them out of their egg. I just opened the egg more, made sure that their head wasn't stuck, because there's a couple things that can happen. One, even if you open the egg, sometimes they can get their head stuck under a cord, and when the head is stuck under the cord, they end up drowning. So making sure that's not happening, and it's really hard with snakes that are this small, because everything's super tiny. With ball pythons, it's a lot easier. Opening up tiny eggs, I've been using a needle because it does the job really well. I can slide the needle kind of right in on the surface and make sure that it doesn't go inside the egg and stab them or anything. And then I'll go and grab a pair of tweezers and start opening it. I know it's not for everyone, and some people believe, you know, let the strong ones survive, and if they can't get out of the egg, just leave them there. They weren't meant to make it. But my reasoning against that is, think about all the children that wouldn't be here if they didn't have a C-section. So sometimes things can go wrong. If it ends up being a weaker animal, then it won't thrive, it won't eat, and then it won't make it anyways. But I'm not gonna just let it be at this stage. Now, there is a big chance that if I did just let it be, it could have came out on the egg on its own, but there was also a chance that it might not. So by opening the egg, at least it'll be easy for the snake to come out. And I'm not removing them from the egg. I'm just opening it up, and then I'm going to stick them all back into the incubator and let them kind of absorb their yolk from inside the egg. But at this point they're developed, and the egg isn't going to go bad. If you were to do this too early when the snake is not developed,
can't you just leave them alone?
then what can end up happening is you're breaking the protection, and the egg will start molding and everything will die. But by doing this at this point, they're already developed. It's just going to help them get out easily, and then everything's going to be okay. I'm not telling you to do this yourself. Like, if you're not experienced with cutting eggs or anything, then just don't. Just let them be. That's what I'd suggest, because doing this could be dangerous, and if I did something wrong, I could have ended up killing the animal. But if there's anything we can do to help the survival of the baby, it's just one stage that they have to survive. And in my experience, if a snake is really weak or not going to thrive, then even if you help it get out of its egg, even if it is born, it doesn't mean it's going to survive anyways, because it could just be weak. In all my time doing this, I haven't lost any snakes from cutting their eggs, but I have lost animals when I chose not to cut. You'll get to see tomorrow what's happened, okay? So welcome to the next day. As you can see, a couple of the babies came out. So what you didn't really get to see is inside the egg, underneath their belly, they have kind of like a belly button where they absorb yolk from inside the egg, which gives them nutrients. And sometimes babies will have a bit of that yolk hanging out, so you just leave them to keep developing and absorbing them. So you cut the egg, and then you just see that they're okay, and you leave them in the egg and put them back in the incubator, and they absorb that yolk. So these guys did that overnight, and there's one left. I'm not really worried about it because its head is peeping out. So as soon as you see that head, you know everything's okay. Like, it's getting its air, it's breathing. You don't have to worry about it suffocating anymore or anything like that. Anyways, I have to go to work now. I checked up on this guy, and it's poking its head out of the egg. Should hopefully be out by the time I get back home from work, so then I'll be able to show you all of them. I just got back from work. Let's check on the last baby. Is it just me, or are days feeling like pretty long days lately? This is my incubator 1 and 2. This incubator I always keep at around 83 degrees, and this incubator I always keep at 88 degrees. And depending on what eggs come, I end up putting them in different incubators. I wanted you to see for yourself, even though what you saw me do to the eggs, some people might disagree with. They all came out nice and healthy. Oh, Lola, what kind of craziness? What kind of craziness have you been up to? I just wanted you to see that every single one of them made it perfectly. 7 healthy eggs, 7 healthy babies. And they're all looking pretty perfect. So, after they shed, I'll show you them again. And then it's time to start trying to feed them. If you've ever bred house snakes or have experience with them and have any tips for me with feeding, feel free to let me know. I'm very surprised by their demeanors. Fresh out of the egg, they're very chill. I expected them to be a little bit more scared. Their parents were a little nippy, but let me show you though the difference in size between them and their mom. He's a little snake. Mama and baby. Isn't that pretty crazy? I think that's pretty awesome. I made a series a while ago about a whole pile of different things that you deal with as having snakes as a pet or as having them as a breeder. It's called On the Bucket, so you can check out that series. It'll be in the first video. Otherwise, check out the second video. Hope you guys are staying safe and having a good one.